Welcome to the Football Analyst. This is Sandbox Player welcoming each and every one of you, where you will get the best of analysis, the best of player details, and you'll have a chance to create the best possible fantasy sport teams, which will give you a 100% winning chance. Now, this match is between Southampton and Sheffield United, gonna be played at the St Mary's. That's the home ground of Southampton. The recent match which was played on this ground, Southampton beat Sheffield United 3 goals to 1, and that was on 26 July 2020. Now, this season has been a bit different. Southampton are on number 6 with 20 points, while Sheffield United are rock bottom with 1 point. That's a very sad situation for the team that had so much of potential, so much of free-flowing football last season. But after the pandemic, well, Sheffield United are nowhere near the team they were last season. So let's take a look at the team stats. But before we go ahead, let me give you a slight bit input of these two teams, where these two teams stand and how do they perform compared to the performance. Well, if you see, Southampton are very strong from direct free kicks, and we've seen that in James Ward-Prowse. They have a very good free kick taker in him. Now, some weaknesses are Southampton are unable to defend against creative players. Well, if you see, there are a couple of creative players which Sheffield have, and they could use that to their advantage, like Sander Berge. He's a creative player. We have Lundstrom, we have McBurney, Fleck. Sheffield United at the moment, they are not finishing their chances that they take. They are very weak at defending set pieces, so that's where Southampton will have an upper hand. Even goal wise, if you see, Southampton have scored 12 goals in open play and 7 from set pieces. So it's a total upfront game where Southampton will be the winners. Now, if you take a look at this stats, I'm presenting, last 5 matches for Southampton, they've won 3, they've drawn 1, they've lost 1, whereas Sheffield have lost all. Southampton have scored 21 goals, conceded 17. So yes, there is a chance that Southampton might concede 1 compared to Sheffield, who've conceded 18 goals. Southampton at home, they've played 5, they've won 3, they've lost 2. So scoring 10 goals and conceding 8. So as I said, there is every chance that Sheffield can score this in this game. Sheffield United on the away front have played 5 matches. They've lost all 5. They just scored 3 goals from 5 matches, and they've conceded 10 goals. So it's a really bad situation for Sheffield United, and if they need to pull out a win, they'll have each and every player to be on their toes and be very prolific in front of the goal. Now, Southampton, if you see, they are superior to Sheffield United in every aspect at the moment. So let's take a look at the players who could perform and who could earn you some decent points in your fantasy league teams. We have Danny Ings topping the chart with 6 goals and 2 assists. We have James Ward-Prowse with 4 goals, 3 assists. Che Adams with 3 goals and 3 assists. Well, these 3 are very important players for Southampton. Well, you could include Theo Walcott also in this, who he's come up from injury, and yes, 1 goal and 2 assists with 14 shots on goal. The only concern for me is his accuracy and conversion rate. Well, if you see the top 3, they're all about 60% accuracy, and James Ward-Prowse, he's had 36% of conversion rate. So you might want to try him in your grand leagues as a captain. You could keep him as a captain, vice captain in your small leagues also. There's Armstrong, who is a decent player. Sander Berge is the one that would be from Sheffield United to keep a watch on. He's a creative player, and he's having scored 1 goal and created 1 assist. McGoldrick has scored 2 goals, and McBurney has scored 1 goal. But if you look at McBurney and Goldrick, McBurney stands out because of his accuracy, 60% of accuracy on goal. Coming back to the defense, now in the defense, Oriol Romeo is a very good tackler of the ball, but that tackling could earn him a card also. But at the moment, cards are nullifying the points that the tackles are giving. So it doesn't matter. He's throwing tackles, you got to pick him up, and he's giving you interception points also. Max Love is a defender. Enda Stevens, Chris Basham is one person who you could pick up from their defense. Well, he would give you points in tackles, points in interceptions, and clearances also. There's Armstrong, who could earn you some points in the midfield. Well, these players, you could try them all in Grand Leagues. Walker Peters in the defense. James Ward-Prowse again. He is an outstanding player who's scoring goals, who's assisting, who's creating, who's tackling, who's intercepting. Well, he would make a hell lot of a captain's choice. Genepo is another one who could give you tackle points. Well, I wouldn't go out with Genepo in my small leagues. You can try him in Grand Leagues. Bednarek is another good choice in the defense. Westergaard is a good choice. He scored 3 goals, so you can try Westergaard in your Grand Leagues. There's John Egan, again, a very good player at the defense. But at the moment, Sheffield United's defense is not up to the mark. With this, I come up to my playing 11 and players missing out. For Southampton, we have McCarthy in goal, Bertrand, Westergaard, Bednarek, and Walker Peters in the defense. Genepo, Romeo, Ward-Prowse, Armstrong in the midfield, with Danny Ings and Che Adams up front. Small bombs out. That's the only man who's out for Southampton. For Sheffield United, their possible 11 could be Ramsdale in goal, Bryan again, Basham, Love in the defense, along with Baldock, but Baldock will move front, playing on the wings. We have Fleck, Burge, Lundstrom in the midfield, and yes, Burke and McBurney up front. O'Connell out, Amparo, Enda Stevens, and Les Musset are doubtful for this game. So with this, my playing 11 for fantasy sports team for fantasy leagues would be Ramsdale in goal. Yes, he could give you points because Danny Ings and Che Adams would be hitting the target along with James Ward-Prowse. Bednarek, Walker Peters, Westergaard, Bertrand in the defense. Ward-Prowse, Burge, Lundstrom in the midfield with Che Adams, Danny Ings, and McBurney up front. Now you could drop McBurney and try picking up Basham. That depends on your choice. I leave it up to you. Captain's choice. I'm going with Danny Ings, their top scorer, and vice captain James Ward-Prowse. You could rotate your captains. There are different choices. You could use Che Adams. You can keep Walker Peters. You can have Westergaard also in your team. So that's all about it from my side, guys. All the best. Be safe, stay safe, play safe.